And we're back with Wrestle, this and
that.
I'm your host, Brother Reek, and this is
Tom One.
my co-host, Ron. Let's get into Raw.
You call me Ron. You said Ron, let's get into Raw.
Well, you know, sometimes you just got to call somebody a different name, at least once a day, you know what I'm saying?
We go.
Yeah. You got to just wake that person up by saying, call them a different name. Just make sure they ain't profanity words.
Absolutely.
Hey, Raw kicked off with Stephanie McMahon. And Stephanie was in a good mood because of the Slammies. She said, you know what? Nothing's going to rain on my parade. I'm in a great mood. As soon as she said she's in a great mood, unfortunately, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns, comes out. And Roman says, hey, you tell your husband he know where to find me. I'm the man holding the gold. Okay? So he's talking about that belt that he won last Monday night.
Absolutely.
Okay? Well, anyway, all of a sudden, Stephanie McMahon is saying, get out of my ring! Get out of my ring! And Roman, he says, they don't want me to. They don't want me to.
I know, that's what he said.
And it came like they was making up a song. She said it like, what, about 300 times?
But they don't want me to.
Yeah, they said about 300 times, you know.
But
get out of the ring. You didn't want them to.
Roman, get out of the ring.
They don't want me to.
They don't want me to.
Yeah, it kind of made it a rap song, basically.
That is exactly what they made it.
And it is what it is. But anywho, after that, Roman said, hey, you want me to make it even madder? then he turns his back on her, and she went livid. She was very angry. She reversed it. She said, Roman, get back here. Get back in the ring. He walks off. She said, that's okay. I got something for you. We're going to put Dean Ambrose in a steel cage with Sheamus. And she said, for your look-alike cousins, the Usos, she's going to put them in a handicap match against the New Day. And that's what set Monday night going on. So, you know, basically, I think Roman is going to be a thorn in her side. And I don't think Vince is going to be back. So I guess until Triple H get back, probably Monday, we're going to see where it's going to take it.
Yeah, and remember, Raw was also the Slammy Awards, so, man.
Raw really wasn't that good.
Raw was not that good.
And it kind of gave us the same matches over and over.
But we're going to get into
We got to get into
now,
it.
so.
Here's a match. Wasn't over and over. Bray Wyatt versus Kane. Okay. I don't know what type of chemistry these guys got as of yet. They really don't stay in the ring with one another for 5 minutes.
Well, let's just be honest.
You
I
know.
mean, Kane has barely fought anybody.
Well, yeah. Well. Anyway. Well, match started. Kane give Bray a boot. Bray gives him a massive clothesline, and then he goes in the corner and he's getting ready to do the spider walk.
The spot.
He's giving or the Exorcist.
Exorcist
whatever
walk,
you want to talk. They said spider walk, but hey, we got to find the right name for that. Either way, it was scary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it always is.
It's very scary and whatnot, you know. But next thing you know, the Wyatt family attacks Kane, beating the living crap out of him. Out comes the Dudleys and Tommy Dreamer to save the day. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We got an 8-man tag. Again.
Here we go.
Again.
Well, you know, Kane normally is a part of it.
Well, yeah. Well, we had the 8-man tag. What actually happened was the Dudley says, "What's up?" and give that "What's up" to Harper. 3D Roman.
A little bit more like "What's up?"
Yeah. That's kind of scary. That's like 1992. What's up? And they brought it back to 2015. Okay, it wasn't cool then. It ain't cool now because they about 50 years old. But anywho, 3D on Roman and double clothesline from Strowman. Okay, Harper hits a decapitating clothesline.
The discus
on Devon. And Devon, he was basically looking for that Mack truck that hit him, because I tell you, he hit him with a massive clothesline, and that's what ended the match with the Wyatts winning.
With the Wyatts winning yet again.
2 weeks in a row.
So again, the Dudley Boys can't find a way, no matter who they team up with, to beat the Wyatts, which in reality we're pushing for the Wyatts to be the new faces of fear and this strong family. So it's good to start seeing them win matches.
Well, this is making them strong, and they were making them look week after week. They was making them look very weak. But now 2 weeks in a row, seem like they're on a roll, and they have to continue to win matches to set themselves in stone to be dominant. That's all I have to say. Next, we got Ziggler versus Owen.
Seen it!
I mean, how many times have we seen that match?
300?
About 300 times. Man, that's
300.
That's a lot of matches between them two.
Yeah, it definitely is. The one good thing I can say about it is they've got great chemistry in the ring.
And
so it is a fun match.
It was a good match.
But it's like, man, dude, how many times?
Yeah, it was a good match. And it went a little something like this. Ziggler, corner splash on Owens. Owens, a vicious clothesline him coming off of that splash. Ziggler with a jumping DDT, drilled him right in the mat head first, and that looked very deadly.
Dolph is really good at jumping DDT, man.
Very deadly.
Sticks those heads right into the mat.
Owens suplex off the top rope. This guy can really wrestle. You haven't really seen Kevin Owens really wrestle. Vince have not given him that platform to say, show me what you got, what he was doing in NXT. This guy can really go at it to be that big. But anyway, suplex off the top rope. Super kick by Ziggler. Ziggler also followed that up with a famouser. Okay? But when it's all said and done, pop-up powerbomb winner, Kevin Owens.
And again, it's like we talked about. Yeah, we have seen it, but it was a great match.
It was a great
match. Super kicks continue to be my favorite move Dolph does.
Yeah, well, basically everybody in WWE.
But also was a good famouser, and Dolph, I think, feeling like he got it, just got a little overzealous and ended up falling into
rush right into that nice pop-up powerbomb winner.
It's a big win for KO.
KO and next, Del Rio, Alberto that is, taking on Jack Swagger.
Seen it
about
300
times again. Same old stuff between these two.
Yes.
And it went a little something like that. two double stomp, basically a double stomp in the corner on Jack Swagger, and it was over.
Now, the only thing that they can do different with this now is they can figure out what they're going to do with Zeb Coulter. Is he going to ever come back to Jack?
They probably just going to let that play out.
Or they're just going to let it play out. There really isn't anything really to do about that, honestly. But Jack and Del Rio, it's been completely one-sided.
Oh, one more thing.
Okay.
After that, Shaman gave him a nice bro kick.
Yes, he did.
Knocked him stupid.
And that started a trend for the League of Nations.
Yes, of bro kicking people to death.
Bro kicking people to death.
To death.
So, again, the match between those two was not anything different than what we've seen before.
We've seen almost, 2 years ago.
So, good win for Del Rio. And it gets us, I guess, now we can put Jack out of the picture.
Eventually.
Because... Cena
comes back next week on Monday night.
Cena comes back to face Alberto Del Rio.
And I was just getting used to him not being there. Whatever.
I'm excited about seeing John back, man.
Are you really?
I am excited. Why not?
Why come? But anyway, that's all right. You getting John Cena? I got my favorite team coming pretty soon. Watch. They're coming. I bet you they're coming.
They're coming.
Yeah, they're coming. Our next match was one of the best match of the night. And you saw the New Day take on the Usos. Okay? And these teams know each other like the back of their hands, man. Like I said, good chemistry between these guys also. But anyway, it went a little something like this. The New Day did the Stampede Stomp. Stomp the living crap out of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Big E did the running splash. But when it was all said and done, Jay Uso won it with a roll up on who else?
Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods. That man that loses every single time. And guess what? He lost again. Winners, the Usos.
It was a good match between them, and it kind of gives the Usos that win. That maybe makes people believe, hey, now they've got to win over them, and now possibly they will get their chance at a WWE Tag Team Championship match 1-on-1. So,
well, overall, it was a good match, and it was about one of the highlights of the night.
Yeah,
because, like I say, it was a bad Raw, maybe because of the Slammies. But how do you come off a good show off last week and then pull something like this? But, somebody's going to learn.
I'm just going to blame it on Slammies.
Yeah, we're going to blame Bro Slammy?
Well,
Bro Slammy. Bro Slammy did.
Hey, do you remember that game? Big bucks, stop at a whammy.
The whammies, yeah.
So it was like, Raw's good.
Whammy.
Stop at the Slammies.
It did. That's kind of sad, but we're going to move on because I got some more disaster matches for you, okay?
All right,
the next one was Neville's taking on Rusev. Another match that makes Rusev look weak when he was so dominant almost a year ago as the United States champion. Anyway, Neville's off the top rope. Rusev with a big kick. And then after that, he put him in the accolade. He just beat the living crap out of this guy. But Neville, never had his little points and whatnot. But Neville had no other choice but to tap out once he got into that. I mean, basically looked like Rusev was trying to break him in half. It was an uneven match, but it still made, regardless of Rusev winning, it still made him look weak.
Right, and one thing you forgot to mention was Miz was outside doing commentary.
Yeah, Miz was outside doing commentary. Another distraction.
He was saying that Neville basically told him that he didn't want his help. And so at the end, when they put the acolyte on, they're like, oh, this is getting out of control. Plus the League of Nations, Sheamus decides he's going to bro kick Neville some more.
Again, bro kick.
So he gets a bro kick as well. And Miz says, he basically told me to stick it where the sun will shine. So
and he did.
I got to go present a Slammy Award. And he just laughs at Neville to get beat down by League of Nations. So.
Oh, man. He said, see what happens when you don't let me direct you?
When you don't let me direct you, you get directly beat up.
Directly beat by the League of Nations. That's like I say, I didn't too much care for that match.
Wasn't much to care about, honestly.
Right. It basically made it never look bad. But anyway, the next match we had was Becky versus Brie Bella. And, of course, another good match between these two divas. But as I constantly say every week, Becky Star seems to continue to shine even brighter than Charlotte's. Which I got a just strange feeling that these two may have something going on down the road sometime in Royal Rumble or maybe after that pay-per-view. But it seems like these two eventually is going to face one another. The disarm on Brie, they have no choice but to tap out. Winner's Becky.
Right, and this one was a rematch from last week's Raw.
Again.
Right, and what they did with this was, remember last time Charlotte interfered and told, Becky told her, said, hey, I want to win matches on my own, whether I win or lose them. I want to do it on my own. And so Charlotte doesn't interfere this time, and Becky shows that she's capable of beating Brie. So it was a big win for Becky. But yes, you can continue to see the dissension of how she is.
They getting ready to disband or break apart and start a feud between these two eventually. Surprised me. Somebody needs to beat the living crap out of Charlotte. Yeah, I'm tired of looking at her. Woo! She don't even know how to say woo right.
Now she's on the. If you guys do enjoy her, she is on the cover of Muscle Fitness.
Yes, and she looked good.
She does look a lot different than what I see her in the ring. I'll tell you that. She looked really, really good on the covers.
Yeah, she maybe got to pull her tights out of her butt a little bit. She got them up to her chest. But other than that, she looked good in the magazine. Let's just put it that way.
So congratulations, Charlotte, on getting the cover. That is
she did get it.
Pretty nice job.
Yeah,
Unless
I
your
ain't
dad
gonna
gave
talk
it to
about
you,
it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about it that much. Then you may think I like it. Yeah, she cannot even do that.
I
right.
know.
And did you see the strut?
Her strut's like,
Oh my gosh, she act like she's doing a robot. Daddy like this. He said, "No, woman, won't you work on it every night for God's sake?" We getting ready to go into our main event. Main event for Raw was Dean Ambrose taking on Sheamus in a steel cage match. Sheamus had brought the League of Nations out as always. He can't go anywhere without him. And it's been a bad 2 weeks for Sheamus too. He lost his belt, and then eventually he's going to lose this match.
Now, before this happened, before they came out for this match, they did jump the Usos as well. League of Nations continued to
for them not to come out
do whatever
help.
they wanted to do. They wanted to make sure that they could take the Usos out. So they jumped the Usos, 2 vicious pro kicks, left them laying out in the world. So before the match even gets started, Dean Ambrose gets jumped by League of Nations, and he gets bro kicked right in the face. So he definitely is feeling the misfortunes of before the match even starts. He's already halfway beat down.
Yeah, like I said, it was been a bad 2 weeks for
Sheamus
Sheamus anyway.
Because even a beat down Dean Ambrose beat you.
Still beat him.
But anyway, let's talk about the match a little bit.
Anyway, to the point or whatnot, because Roman Reigns comes out and he spears Rusev, and he chair shot Del Rio. Both Ambrose and Sheamus is fighting on the cage. Okay, they passing licks, and somebody got to fall. So what do Sheamus do? He helps Ambrose fall, and also he helps Ambrose win the match. I ain't gonna be hitting you if I don't want you to jump down on him. Why am I hitting you to make you fall? I mean, anywho, he basically gave the match up by hitting Ambrose, and Ambrose falls. He gets to win, and Sheamus said, "Hey, I done lost twice, 2 weeks in a row. I'm gonna jump down and go home." As soon as he jumped down, he gets speared by Roman Reigns. I mean, basically get lifted out of his boots with that spear, and that seems to be what Roman is good for, lifting people out of their shoes.
Yeah. The match itself was not a bad match.
It wasn't.
It was like really the first time that we've really seen Sheamus and Dean.
No, it's not. They fought before, but the thing about it is that you building Sheamus up to be this big monster, but he loses to Ambrose real easily. I mean, even though he didn't win by a pin, he won because he fell off the cage or whatnot. But they basically made it look easy for him to beat him than Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in some ways you're right about that. They also had Dean got his head split open, and he had to have 6 staples put in after the match.
You didn't see that on television.
But it was like I said, it was an interesting match. The ending of both of them fighting on the outside of the cage was kind of a little bit different. Roman ends up getting the big spear also on Sheamus, and his spear on Rusev was awesome because I got it. I ain't gonna lie to you guys because that's just not what I want to do whenever I talk about the show to make it sound like it was great. Raw was putting me to sleep, and out of nowhere, man, Roman I just see Rusev's body explode, dude.
Like the Jack in the Box.
Yeah, Roman came out of nowhere, gave us the vicious spear. And that actually is one of the main highlights of the entire night that I really, really remember, other than the Owens and Ziggler match and the New Day.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really recall very much that wanted to help my eyes stay awake.
Well, we can just say this. We can hope that this Monday, with Cena coming back, that we get good and better matches, okay, and try to bring those ratings back up like you did a week before when Roman Reigns won the World Heavyweight Championship.
And we'll probably start talking about Royal Rumble, and then that'll always be exciting because Royal Rumble right around the corner in January.
Yes,
and
that
is that's my favorite pay-per-view.
You're going to have surprises, people that's showing up out of nowhere. You may get Paul Orndorff in there, even though he weighs 180 pounds now. He don't look nothing like himself, but he looks horrible, no doubt. He definitely looked horrible. It just was not good to him. in the WWE.
So Raw rating for me, I'm gonna, we definitely came down big time.
Big time.
I like I said, I'm gonna say the Slammy's kind of corrupted the show a little bit. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Yeah, well, I give it a 4. And it definitely did not excite me. It was boring to some points, and it was nothing like the caliber that they had a week before when Roman Reigns won the World Heavyweight Champion. Well, hey, that's it for Raw recap. Stay tuned for SmackDown
It's next.
recap.